All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got the most exciting video I've done yet. I just finished the AK Masters. That was the AK match hosted by Palmetto State Armory. What a match that was. I'll try to keep this intro quick so we can get right into the shooting. But a lot of things were learned. I got better at shooting. I got a lot more experience than what I had before. And overall I had a blast, and I met a ton of great people. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so this first stage was a pretty interesting stage and really set the tone for the entire match. I had a ton of targets to shoot at. I essentially had to start from my left 180 degree point of view to my right 180 point of view, and I had to implement mag reloads and moving and shooting, etc. It was a great stage. Like I said, really set the tone for the match, and I think it went well. Let's get into it.
Yep. Right. Shooter, are you ready? Yep. Stand by.
All right, so for the next stage, this one started out with some still shots. I think at like 50 yards, you had 2 on the left, 2 on the right of the kill house. And then you had an array of targets on the right side. So hit the still targets, engage the ones on the right. You moved to the shoot house. You had a little pedal that engaged a target that would go like this. So you'd engage that and then move through the kill house and then out the back where you had an array of targets waiting for you. This one went pretty well, except for I totally missed that second pair of still targets. I brain dumped that I had to do that. I was so focused on everything else. That is a big thing that you'll notice, is that you really got to think about things and just make sure that you're mentally on point to engaging everything. But yeah, it wasn't all that bad. I had to take some penalty points here. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. All right. Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Hit. Hit. All right, load show clear.
So the next one was extremely interesting. You'll notice that I started out in handcuffs. I had one hand handcuffed to the table and I had a pistol to use. I engaged the target 5 times, grabbed the keys, unlocked, and then I sprinted to the next bay, which housed a jet ski that I was to get up on, engage a set of targets on each side of me, and then an array of 5 still targets down at the end. This one was pretty cool. It felt like being in an action movie. Unfortunately, the GoPro crapped out. I'm not sure why, so you'll just get the third-person point of view, but this one was pretty cool.
Shooter, are you ready? Yep. Stand by.
All right, so this stage was a little bit disappointing. I started out on top of a container to which you were under a sniper net. You had an array of targets in front of you. You engage all those. There was approximately, I think, 10 targets, 2 rounds each. And then you had 5 targets out at around 75 yards. When I transitioned from the close-up targets to those 75-yard targets, I'm not sure what happened. I couldn't hit the targets. I'm not sure if there was like a dramatic point of impact, point of aim shift, if the barrel heated up, I'm not sure. Before I went out to the match, I confirmed 0 out to 300 yards, so I knew my holds. I couldn't hit the target. It was really disappointing, and I ended up just taking a bunch of penalties, and that really hurt me there. This was the only time during the match where I had any issues. I don't know what happened. If I find out, I'll let you guys know. I was pretty disappointed, but let's get into it.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
My 0's off.
I see it.
No, I'm out of ammo. So this was the last stage for day 1. We started out at a stack of tires that you'll see. We engaged some steel targets. On the last one, you'll notice I drop a mag and then shoot. That was per the rules of the stage. But after you did that, you ran over to a school bus, to which you went through the back. You engaged all the targets that were down below in front of you, and then you went prone and you had some steel targets out at maybe say 100 yards. You engaged those, and that was it. It was pretty fun, and again, moving and shooting and just implementing all these different types of skills and techniques is pretty challenging, but it's nice to be able to do and capitalize on.
All right, shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
You're shooting low, you're shooting low.
I'm out.
Yeah, all right.
So the match itself had 2 jungle runs, and the stage you're about to watch was number 1. This was pretty cool. You're running, moving, shooting through the jungle. Once you come to the end, you'll see that there's a creek. There are 5 steel targets embedded in the creek to which you were engaging, and it just felt really cool. Again, it felt like an action movie, and yeah, I felt like Rambo. It was pretty awesome.
All right, shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
So this stage was jungle run number 2. Again, similar setup. You've got an array of targets all the way down your left side. You're moving, shooting, running through the jungle, and then you come up on, I think it was 5 or 6 still targets, which again, you engage those. And again, it was really awesome, and I really like the jungle runs. I hope that they continue to implement those, and I think that was probably a high point for everybody as far as the match goes.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Load and show clear.
So this stage started out with a barricade that you were to shoot a still target from 3 different positions, and then you were moved to your next shooting position while engaging the targets in front of you. So you move through that, and then you come to an opening, and there was a specific target that was designated as a suicide bomber that had a some gear on it that would denote that it was the suicide bomber. So you'd engage that target first, and then you could finish the rest. So you'll see me run through that, engage the target, and then finish out the rest, and that was the stage.
All right, shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Down, load and show clear.
Anytime you get to shoot a machine gun, it is an awesome day. And this stage brought that to me, and I am pretty happy for it, as you can tell. But I started out with an AK-47. It was a full auto. I did a quick mag dump into a target. I say mag dump, it was 5 rounds allotted to each person. But you shoot the AK 5 rounds into the target, dump the rifle, you move through a pipe, whatever you want to call it, and then you grab your weapon, to which you shoot and move all the way to the end. Again, this stage really showed the mental mistakes that can come. I missed a target and I had to take the penalty for that, but it was fun and I was okay with it because I got to shoot a machine gun.
All right, shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Jump.
Down and load and show clear.
So this was the last stage of day 2 and the last stage of the match in general. It was an awesome stage. I ran this really fast and I was pretty proud of my performance here. You had to shoot through a barrel. You engaged 3 still targets. You then transitioned over to a car, to which you shot to the left of it, to the right of it, and through the windows and the front windshield. And then you moved to the last shooting position, to which you had 3 more still targets to engage. I really enjoyed this. It really brought the match to a good conclusion, and I was pretty proud of my performance here. And I just really had a good time.
All right. Shooter, are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Nice.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to give some thoughts here on to what I thought of the match in general and to my performance and to how the gun did. So the match in general was a fantastic match. It was done well. The stages were well thought out, and it included a lot of different aspects of shooting, moving, reloading, etc. I had an absolutely great time. I met a ton of great people. My squad was extremely awesome. I met some good people, and we just had a good time. We enjoyed running through each of the stages. Everything was done really well as far as the timing and splitting things into 2 days and making sure that we just weren't killing ourselves out there as far as like our backs hurting or, overheating, etc. It was just well provided for. As for my performance during this, overall, I'm very happy. I placed 59th out of 164 shooters. That is the best I've ever done if you look at the percentages. If I look at, mental mistakes and just how we're performing in general on a personal level, I'm extremely pleased. I did have a couple of mistakes, like I told you. There was one stage that I didn't do the walkthrough, and it really showed when I was searching for targets that I didn't even know were there. And, just stuff like that. So it takes a lot of thinking. It's not just simply shooting and moving, but you really have to plan how you're going to execute each stage, and that really showed. But I'm pretty happy with how I did. It's going forward, obviously, we're going to keep training, keep shooting, keep just thinking about everything and about how to attack these stages in a better way. And that being said, in 2 weeks from the time of this video, I am going to be participating in another AK match, this one hosted by KUSA, and I am extremely excited for that. Hopefully we'll see a lot of improvements and upgrades just on my personal self and my personal performance. But for the gun that I used, it was the PSA AK-102. If you saw my Winter Motherland match, you'll know that I had a catastrophic failure, and one of the stages I just had a complete breakdown. I wanted to run it again to give this gun a chance at redemption, and let me tell you, I had not a single issue. I had no failures to feed, failures to extract, no magazine loading issues, nothing at all, and I'm extremely pleased with that and pleased to be able to tell you all that. Going forward, again, we're going to keep training, we're going to strive to be better, and we're going to keep pushing out this content and doing these stages and doing these competitions. I hope y'all really enjoy it. I really appreciate the support I'm getting, and we're going to keep putting it out for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.